Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review, we're going to be having a look at the 1985 Autobot Minibot Beachcomber. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. Because he's a vintage figure, I'm going to point out things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase him one for yourself. We can have a very quick comparison with the latest version that I've got of him, and that unfortunately is the only one that I've got. But then we can also see how big he is compared to some of the newer figures that are being released in today's market. So as I start to pop these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. So what we've got here then, as I say, is 1985 Autobot Minibot Beachcomber, and this is a brilliant little figure. I've got such fond memories of this guy from when I was a child. Now, of course, with him being a minibot, he's as basic as you're going to get. But although saying that, you've got articulation in the arms there, and you've got a bit of a knee bend, which is pretty much it because it is part of transformation. We've got a lovely little head sculpt, which is fantastic. And the things that you need to be aware of with this is that the fact that the tyres, they're rubber, so they perish very, very easily. And what happens is you get things like this. They start to get cracks in. And to be honest, this has just happened by itself. This has just happened while it's been sitting on the shelf. So it starts off like that. And then indeed, they just completely break. They also are very susceptible, I suppose, to sun damage. You can probably just about make out that this is a slightly darker grey than that, and that's just, again, the damage that's happened over the years. Now, with it being a minibot as well, as you probably see, loose joints are incredibly common on all minibots, so this can obviously sometimes really decide how you're going to display him, because you can pretty much get away with it in robot mode with this. Even if his arms did drop to the side, it's not too bad. Some of the other minibots, you know, if they've got really loose limbs, you can't even actually display them. So this figure did have a classics or a universe issue, which unfortunately I don't have. This was from the Prime Wars trilogy version, which you can see is really good, and we've got the lovely same head sculpt. And of course we are expecting a newer version of him very soon. That is exactly why I've been doing this. I've been asked to showcase the original, so thank you for asking for that. With regards to how they originally came packaged, they came on cards like this, or some of the different variants of cards, which we don't really need to go into. But what we've got there is a picture of the alternate mode. There he is in robot mode there, and there indeed is the lovely Beachcomber artwork. If we spin it around to the back, because it's 1985, that is the 1985 battle scene, which has got the Dinobots, Jetfire, Shockwave, and the infamous red tracks. We've got the transformation process on the back. I'm not going to be doing it for this video, but it is literally as simple as that. So there's the buggy, fold the legs out, and bring the arms up in the head. The one thing to mention that a lot of people don't realise actually with regards to the transformation is you can slide these legs. See this teeny bit of movement there? People don't realise you can do that. And of course that will help the transformation process as well. If you're looking to purchase one of these yourself and you don't want to get ripped off, see this huge copyright along the bottom there? All the way to the end. If it's shorter than that and down to about there, then it's going to be a Chinese knockoff, basically. Sorry, a Chinese reissue, not a knockoff, a reissue. So it won't be an original, it will be a reissue, but be aware of that particular copyright on the back. A telltale sign for a knockoff as well, as of course, is the lack of rub sign. And indeed, the center punch will literally be in the center, whereas all the original minibots had the punch to the one side where the actual figure was to straighten it out, whereas in the KO versions of this figure, they're all in the center. Right, there's not much more to say about this guy, apart from, as you can tell, I've got great fond memories of him and I think he looks really good. Rub sign can also be missing, and that's probably just due to how much they're played with. And of course, corrosion on the screws is something to look out for as well. With regards to how does he look compared to some of today's figures, he's quite a bit smaller than core class in Studio Series and Mainline, and he's of course way smaller than Generations Deluxes, and indeed some of the other Generation 1 Autobot cars as well. But anyway, this was just a very quick look at Beachcomber. Hope you enjoyed looking at him. Let me know in the comments if there's any other of the original Generation 1 figures you want me to showcase for yourselves. And of course, everybody, please take care.